Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Ever wondered how experts get the most out of Canva? Today, I'm excited to share 4 mind-blowing features that have seriously boosted my workflow. I've been using Canva for years, and these are game changers to help you work smarter. Let's dive in. The first part of this video will be about Bulk Create, how to connect data and images to your design and create more pages faster. Please note, Bulk Create is available exclusively for Canva Pro, Teams, education, and nonprofit users on desktop. It's not free and doesn't work on mobile, unfortunately. To demonstrate this, I prepared a LinkedIn carousel post where the first page is an intro outlining what will be in the post, and the remaining pages feature different apps in Canva. So instead of manually creating each page and adding all the details about each app, I'm gonna create it with Bulk Create. Let me show you how I do it. First, I will go to the Apps tab, then scroll down and click on Bulk Create. Here I have 2 options. I can enter data manually or upload data. These are the formats that Canva accepts: XLS, CSV, and TSV. For this example, I'll show you how to upload data first because I think that's the most convenient and fastest way to do it. So I'm just gonna click on Upload Data and choose the file I want to upload with the data I want to add to my design. Before I do that, let me show you how I created this Excel sheet. I opened Google Sheets and created a table with a few columns. The first row is the title of each column. The first thing I want to add is the app number and the app name. Then I want to add a short description about this app and tags so people will understand how this app helps them, whether it helps with images, text, graphics, or design in general. And on each page, I will also mention the next page app and an image of this app. Alright, I think most of you know how to create this in Excel sheet, but the only new option here is the ability to add images when you bulk create. To add an image to your Excel, click on one of the cells. Then go to Insert and choose Image. The most important thing is to click on Insert Image in Cell and not over cells. You have to choose in cell if you want it to work with Bulk Create in Canva. So I will just click on that. Then you need to upload the image from your computer. Let me just upload it real quick. And then you will see this image here in the cell. Of course, that's not the actual size of the image. It's just fitted to the cell size. Let me just bring it back. When you're ready, when you have all the information you want to include in Bulk Create, just go to File, choose Download, and then download it as XLSX in Excel format. You can also use CSV, but CSV doesn't work with images. So if you only have text data, you can download it as a CSV file, but if you want to include images, you have to download it as an XLSX file. Alright, I'll download it and let's get back to Canva. So now we just need to upload the Excel sheet we just downloaded. I will select the Excel sheet. Then I will need to choose the sheet I want. I have only one sheet in this Excel, so just sheet 1. After that, I can set the range from which it will take information. This step is optional, so you don't have to do it, but if you want to use only part of your data, you can set the specific columns and rows. I will just hit Continue. Then I will see the data from my Excel sheet. As I've already done this before, it's already connected to the text boxes, but let me show you how to do it from scratch. The first column is for the number. I will click on the text box, hit Connect Data, and choose Number. One important thing to note is that you should stretch the text box as much as possible. If you have longer text, you will need to adjust it later. A larger text box ensures that the text will definitely fit, making it much easier once you've created all the pages. So just make sure you have enough space for all the text you want to include. Another important point is that when you have more text than the text box can fit, you can choose how you want the text box to grow. For example, if I go to spacing, I can see in the Anchor text box that it's set to Anchor Start, from top to bottom. This means if I have more text than what is currently visible, it will grow downwards rather than to the sides. You can choose whether you want it to be centered or at the end, but I prefer Anchor Start so it will grow downwards if needed. Next, click on each text box and connect the data you want to include there. This will be the app name, the image obviously, the short description, tag number 1 and tag number 2, and finally the next app. When you see all these options in purple, it means you've connected all these data fields to a text box and you're ready to proceed. Alright, I will click on continue. Then I will see all the rows I entered in my Excel sheet. For example, app name 1 is easy reflection. Then I will see a glimpse of the description and so on. If you want to exclude some rows, you can uncheck the corresponding boxes here, but I want to create all of them, so I'm ready. Just one quick thing before I hit Generate 6 Designs. If I generate it when page 1 is included, it will also copy page 1 for each page it creates. I don't want to delete all the first pages it will create afterwards, so I will do it just now to save time later. I have this page in another design, so I will just delete it and then I will hit Generate 6 Designs. By the way, this feature and so much more is inside my Canva Second Brain. If you want to save time and level up your Canva workflow, grab it now. Alright, now I can see that it entered all of my data from the Excel sheet and created these pages for different apps in Canva. Let's see. It just does it perfectly, adding the app number, name, description, image, the tags, and the next app. It took me a very short time to create all these pages. That's a truly great time saver. Alright, now let's say you want to add your data manually this time. Let me show you how it works. I will go to Bulk Create again, and instead of clicking on Upload Data, I will choose Enter Data Manually this time. Then Canva will open a table where I can enter all the data I want to add to my design. There are two types of columns you can add here. You can add a text column with whatever you want, for example, the app number. And then I can just enter the text I need exactly like I did in the Excel sheet, but this time I'm adding it directly into the Canva table. You can also add an image here. As you can see, I have the image icon right here, which means this is the place to add images. If I click on the cell itself, it will show me the uploaded media I have in my Canva account. And then I can just choose whatever I want from there. For example, if I want to choose this image, I will click on it and then I will see it here in the cell. You can continue and add all the images you need, and if you want, you can add another column of text, as you see right here, or another column of images depending on what data you want to enter into your design. If you want to delete a column, you can right-click on it and then click on Delete Column. You can also delete a row if you want, and obviously you can copy or paste columns and rows if needed. Basically, when you're ready, just click on Done, and then you will have the same process as before with the Excel sheet, but this time the data comes from the table you created in Canva. And that's it for Bulk Create. Let's move on to the next feature. Alright, so the next feature I want to show you in this video is the Content Planner in Canva. It allows you to schedule content and post it directly from Canva to your social media accounts. This feature is Pro only as well. You will need a Canva Pro account to use it. So to demonstrate that, I will show you how to schedule this post I created about the Canva apps, and I will show you how I schedule it to be posted on my LinkedIn profile. So when you're ready and have finished working on your design and you're ready to post it, you just go to Share up here, then choose See All, scroll down, and in the social section, click on See All again. You will then see different options for social media platforms to post your design to directly. But if you want to schedule it for another day, or if you are creating a lot of posts at once and want to schedule them to different dates, you need to click on Schedule. Because my LinkedIn profile is already connected, the first thing you see will not be the option to connect the social account. Instead, I see the calendar right here. So I will choose a date I want to post this design. I can set a different time if I want, and I will hit Next so I can choose which channel I want to post this design to. As I mentioned before, I connected my LinkedIn profile, so I will click on that. And then you can choose which pages you want to include in this post. As you can see, page 2 here has a frame and it's not finalized yet, so I will click here to skip it. So it will only upload page 1 and pages 3 to 8. Then you can write whatever you want for the description of the post. I created the content in advance, so I will just paste it here. You have a maximum of 3,000 characters, so just make sure you don't exceed that. And when you're ready, you can just hit schedule and this post will be scheduled for the date and time you set. If you're not sure yet, you can always click on Save Draft and it will be saved for later, so you can decide when you want to post it. So I will hit schedule. It will load for a few seconds and then you will see that your design is scheduled. It will show you which platform it will be posted to and the date and time you determined earlier. You can create a copy of this design if you want to continue editing and create another related post, or you can go to the content planner to see all the scheduled posts you have. So let me just click on that. Alright, so here it just sends me to the content planner and this post already selected. I can see this post and move through the pages right here. As you can see, I can view all the pages in my design, not only the pages I selected to be posted. I can see all the details about the post I'm going to release, and obviously I can also change things here. I can add another channel or another social media account that I want to post this design to. I can change the pages I want to post, and I can obviously edit the text of the post description. If you click on these 3 dots, you can change the date and time of this post, edit the design, make a copy of it, or even change the size of the design canvas if you want it to fit to another platform. For example, this is a LinkedIn carousel post, but if I want to post an Instagram story, I can just resize it with this tool or delete the post if you don't want it anymore. So I will just exit this so you will see the content planner of Canva. If you're on the homepage and you want to access the content planner to see which posts are going to be posted soon, you can click on Apps on the left sidebar, then click on Content Planner down here, and you will see this beautiful content planner that Canva created for us. You can see the scheduled post right here. If I hover over it, I can see the time it will be posted, and obviously it's scheduled for the 13th of February, as I set it before. You can also see holidays and national days in this calendar, which will help you know which posts to create, or if there is anything important to remember as a social media manager or content creator. For example, Valentine's Day is in 2 days from now, and there's also International Women's Day. They're just putting here all the events that are good to know if you're posting on social media. You can also filter out some of the events if you don't want to see them and manage calendar preferences if you don't want to see global holidays or social media holidays. You can also add regional holidays or religious holidays if there are specific ones you want to see here. Alright, so up here you can move through the months if you want to see future months and plan ahead. Right here it's suggested creating designs for Valentine's Day. If you click on it, it will show you templates of related designs that you can use, which can be really helpful if you're creating social media content and need ideas. You can add a specific event to the calendar if you have something particular you want to remember. And you can click here to schedule directly to Instagram. If you click here, it lets you connect any other social media accounts you have. You can choose whichever you want and connect them here. And yeah, if you want to schedule a new post, you can click here and it will suggest all the recent posts you created and the recent designs you made. Just choose from there and then fill in the rest of the details of this post. You can also move scheduled posts around in this calendar. For example, if I want to post this next week, I can just click and drag it to another date and it will show that it's rescheduled to February 20 at the same time I set. You can also click on this plus sign to create another post to schedule on that day. Alright, so that's about it for the content planner. Let's move on to the next feature. So the next feature I want to show you in this video is mockups. Canva has a huge library of mockups that you can use. You can implement your designs into real-life scenarios or present your products in different ways using these mockups. This app itself is free to use, although not all of the mockups are free. You will need a pro account for some of them. Let me show you how it works. There are actually two ways to access the Mockups app, and they offer different options. When you're in a design, go to the Apps tab and search for Mockups. Click on the app, and you will see a library of different mockups you can choose from. You can place your image inside the frames in these images. You just need to choose your mockup and drag your image inside the frame. As you can see, this is just a small library. You don't have the option to search by typing. You can only browse through the options and choose the mockup you want. But I'm showing you this because Canva released a new option to create a mockup template, which means you can turn any image you have into a mockup. Let me show you how that works. You need to choose an image from your design. For example, if I want to design a new skateboard and demonstrate my design on this image, I will click on it. Then click on Create a Mockup Template, and Canva's AI will detect places in this image that can be turned into a mockup. It will mark a frame so I can drop an image into it. This is the skateboard. This is actually what I wanted, so I will choose this one. But just to show you, I can also make these pants a mockup too. But I want to add my design to this skateboard, so I will hit Confirm. It's important to note that this is new technology and it's still improving. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it's trial and error, so just try different kinds of images until you like the result. Now the image is ready. The only thing I need to do here is drop an image into this frame to create a skateboard with my design. So I will go to Uploads and choose this image. I will just hold it and release it. And as you can see, this is a design I made and I placed it on this skateboard. I know it's not perfect, you can still see some of the older design, but it really depends on the image you're trying to create. The other way to access the Mockups app, which offers a larger library of mockups, is by going to the Canva homepage. Then to Apps on the left sidebar. Down here, you will see the Mockups app. This is practically the same app, but here you have access to many more mockups. You have the option to filter by category or search manually with text for exactly what you want. So I created a wine label like this, and I want to implement that on a white wine bottle. Let me just download it real quick. You need to download it as a JPG or PNG. I'll hit download and then go back to the mockup library and search for a wine bottle. Alright, now I have many options for wine bottle mockups. I can filter by white wine, red wine, or rosé if I want. I want a white wine, so I'll just pick one bottle I like and then drop my design into it. I will choose this one, then hit select. Then I need to choose an image. I will upload the label I just created. Click on it and hit next. As you can see, now this bottle has my label. I can adjust the image if I want. Let's just stretch it a bit so I won't have these white parts showing. I just position it in the middle, hit save, then save mockup. And I can either use it in a design or download it to my computer. If I use it in a design, I can remove its background and then position this white bottle on any background I want. But let me just download it and show you the mockup. As you can see, this is a bottle of wine with the label I just created, and it really looks realistic and beautiful. I love it. Alright, so the next feature I will show you in this video is Brand Kit. Brand Kit allows you to store all your brand assets in one place, organizing logos, colors, and fonts to maintain consistency across your designs. You will need a pro account to use Brand Kit. Unfortunately, it's not free and doesn't work with a free account. Just to show you how it looks while you're designing, on the left sidebar under Brand, you will see all the assets you store under your Brands Kit. You can create multiple brand kits in your Canva account. You can even create different brand kits for different projects, not just for brands. It's a really good way to store all your assets in one place and use them quickly while you're designing. So if I want to add a logo to my design, I can just click on one of them and add it quickly instead of uploading it again. I can use the colors here to swap the colors in my design if I want to. I can also add titles and text using fonts and sizes I've already determined. I can set my brand voice and generate text with this brand voice. I can add photos, graphics, and icons to my brand kit for quick access in my design. Plus, when you want to change a color in your design, you will always see your brand kit's palettes in easy access mode in the Colors tab. It really streamlines things and makes designing with your brand's asset very easy, saving you a lot of time. So let me show you how I built this brand kit. I will go to Canva's homepage, and then again on the left sidebar, I will see this brand icon. I click on it and then I will see all the brand kits I have in this account. Since this account is pretty new, I have only one brand kit here. If you want to add a new one, you just need to click Add New and then you will be able to create one from scratch. I have a full video where I show exactly how I set up a new brand kit from scratch, and I'll link that in the description and on the screen. If you want to really dive deep into setting up a brand kit, you can watch this video. Here, I'm just going to briefly show you how it works so you know it exists and can set it up yourself. I click on the Bold PMM brand kit, and here you will see all my brand's assets. I uploaded the 3 logos I usually use in my designs. I created multiple color palettes. The first one is the main palette with all the brand's color. And then I added additional palettes with these colors along with different shades. So I'll have more options while I'm designing. If you want, you can add as many palettes as you want and reorder them. If you're using a palette more than the others, you can move it up for easy access. You can copy it to another brand kit if you have another project and you want to use the same colors without adding them manually again. You can just copy them to another brand kit. Here in fonts, I can add the fonts I usually use in my brand. I can choose the font style for titles, subtitles, and other options. Change the size and choose if it's bold or italic. You can also change the text here if you want to change it, for example, to main title. You can just save it and it will be available while you're designing. So you don't have to add text from scratch and adjust the fonts again and again. If you want to add a new font that doesn't exist in Canva, you can upload it from your computer and it will be added to your brand kit and will be available in your Canva account. Next, there is the brand tone of voice. You can set a brand tone of voice by writing what your brand is and what it's not, and then generate text with Magic Write that reflects your brand's unique personality. You can then edit texts in Canva so they align with your brand's voice. You can also use ChatGPT to get ideas for what to write. Just make sure your brand tone of voice is within 500 characters, as that's the limit in Canva. Let me just save this. And in photos, I can add the photos I usually use. Here, I added the profile photos and a cute Vizsla dog photo I generated with this feature. Canva even offers a way to take a photo from your brand kit as a style reference and then generate a photo with the same style. I just click on these 3 dots, then generate from photo, describe what I want, and it uses the style from the photo to generate a new one in the same style. That's why I have this cute Vizsla dog. I asked Canva to generate a profile photo for a Vizsla dog as if it's our office dog. You can add more images to your brand kit as much as you like, and you can also upload graphics and icons that you typically use in your designs. Let me show you a cool thing you can do with them. Click on these 3 dots, then choose Replace Across Designs. Canva will detect this graphic across all your designs and show you the designs where it's used. You can select which designs you want to replace that graphic with something else. For example, if I choose these and click Continue, I'll need to choose another graphic to replace this one with, either from my brand kit or by uploading a new file. It will show me that this graphic will be replaced with the new one across the selected designs. Then I can hit preview to see the updated designs, and if I like it, I hit replace in designs to update them all in one click. It's a really quick way to replace icons or elements when you change your colors or style and want to bulk update everything. Alright, so that's it with brand kits. It's a really useful way to store everything and make your design process faster and easier. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want even more exclusive tips and early updates before anyone else, join my free newsletter. I'll see you in the next video.